Okay, so quick question.
This was the best episode so far? Yes, I agree.
Well, yes. But also, who's your MVP for last episode?
Pretty sure it was Ramil last episode.
We didn't do it last episode.
I think we were doing it like...
We got confused with the tier list and our theories that we completely skipped over the MVP.
Yeah, we did.
Because I was listening to it, I was like, wait a minute.
When we started the tier list, did we not... I thought we did a thing where it was like, when we do the tier lists, we'll have like our MVP for the episode at the top, but that doesn't make any sense. So like, now I'm not sure if we did that or not.
We did not do MVP last episode. When editing, I was like, oh shit, we did not do this.
Whoops!
But I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Ramil for both of us, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, I did just want to address that as, there we go. Last episode we did forget, but now we have it. And I'll hopefully remember to do it this time.
I'm sure we will, yeah. This was a great episode, so hopefully we should.
Hello, Hot Vibes. Welcome back to a recap of Revamp The Undead Story, Episode 4.
Woohoo!
Yes.
A great episode. The best episode so far.
Deserved. Like, this...
Deserved.
I'm shocked that we got this so early, and I'm really happy we did.
I know. I was hooked this entire fucking episode, bro. It's crazy.
I was so worried they were gonna drag this out for so long, and that was gonna be like the whole arc of the show. But now it's like, nope. We're like, it was revealed one episode to the audience, and now it's revealed next episode to everyone else. And now it's just like, we can move past that. It's great.
Thank you so much for giving that to us just immediately. Like,
yes.
Thank you.
Though I was stressed. I will not lie. I was stressed.
I was heavily stressed, but I was like literally for a good like half hour there. I was going, he can read your mind.
Oh, I was screaming it, and then we get justification because we were right.
We were right. I was right after an episode where I was heavily wrong for most of it. I was right.
We were right this time around. I literally was like, wait, last week on the podcast, we kept saying, he can remind. And then after like, the 4 powers. And we were like, oh.
I was like, 4.
Anyway, how was your week this week
vindicated.
before we jump in?
How was my week? I was at work, I was filming, I was editing, I watched Revenge Love episodes 5 through 8. Very good, getting me invested in the main couple more. What else? Oh, bitch. Yesterday I watched Love in the Big City.
Yeah.
Episodes 1 through 4. And while I must say this is a very interesting concept to have like each 2 episodes be like pivotal things in his life that change him, or pivotal relationships in his life that change him. Like that is like fucking amazing. It's just like it's so mean that it took me like 4 episodes to realize, oh, so each of these 2 episodes have something in them that literally punch me in the face. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You had left already, and so I popped into your fucking live stream to go, bitch, why would you make me watch this?
Well, it's so good, though.
It's so good. I was just like, I don't think I've ever screamed that loud at a person in a TV show before.
Well, good news is, the next batch of episodes, you will meet my favorite. Best boy.
Oh, okay.
Who you may recognize.
Who I may recognize. Oh, I'm excited.
Yes.
Well, other than that, I think that's about it. I started Exo Kitty Season 2 for my Patreon, which will be up this week, which is really exciting because it's been out for 6 months and I haven't watched it. And it's, from episode 1, it's spelling out to be even messier than Season 1. So... if that's even possible. It looks like there's a psychopath in this show, too. There's this girl at the... Spoiler alert if you guys haven't watched Exo Kitty yet. It looks like there's this girl at the end that, like, walks in and is like... She seems so nice, and by the end of the episode, she's, like, on the phone with her parents going, that's not my name anymore. My name is this, and I'm doing I'm getting what I deserve. And I'm like, what? Are you a psychopath? I'm like, what is about to happen in this show? So, like... no clue what's happening there. I guess I'll see. I'm only on episode 1, but I'm very excited. Other than that, I think that's it. So, how was your week?
Yeah, it was pretty fine. Nothing really happened. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I feel like I always got nothing. Like, unless there's, like, something that actually happened, I'll share, but honestly, nothing happened, so.
I got this from TikTok.
Oh, what's that? 80s
It's...
Cleans?
Cleans. I think it says Cleans.
Cleans with a Z?
Yeah, the 80s are brand partnering with BR Mud, and they have clean skin stuff. So like deep melting mud pore cleansing oil, a foam cleanser, so a oil cleanser, a foam cleanser, and a mud mask are in here, full sizes, and a bunch of photo cards too. And I have not opened it yet. I haven't too. So that's exciting. I got that. I got this shirt that I bought while I was stoned.
Cool. Anyway, Revamp The Undead Story, episode 4.
Can't believe this is episode 4.
Episode 4, wow.
Episode 4, bro. They're feeding us.
Yeah, really.
This is a great show.
So, we get Punn, and he writes in his journal. And he says, "It's been over a week since Jet sent me on this mission." And we get a flashback to the scene with Jet in the first episode, which I mentioned last episode was about the hunting, not about the painting. Once I realized,
it makes more sense now that it's about the hunting. Like I even remember watching it in episode 1 and going, "Why are you so like reluctant? It's just it seems like it'd be good money to fix a painting in a fancy art gallery. Like damn, why are you so against that? Maybe you just want to be like a small town kind of person. No, it's about killing people."
Yeah, and then we get flashback to when he pulled Ramil out of the painting, and we see he pulls a knife on him.
He pulls a knife on him.
I was shocked.
I was like, holy crap. Oh my god.
But then he starts screaming in pain, and he's like, and then he stops.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, okay, I don't want him to see me doing this or something like that. I don't even know, but like, it could be the connection. But also, I swear to God, moment 1, this is when he was reading his mind. This is his first moment he read his mind.
When he's like, ow, I'm barely passed out.
No. Let me tell you why. He said it was because of a leg cramp or something, right? Let me tell you why I'm thinking this.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say.
He got him out of the painting, and because he said thanks for getting his 4 powers back, and I'm like, okay, well 3 of them came from y'all. How did he get the first one back? I'm thinking it's because it came back when he got him out of the painting and broke the curse. I think that was the first power to come back because it wasn't given to anyone else. And then, once he was out of the painting, he kind of was like out of it a little, but he probably could still read minds and was like, I'm about to be murdered. I should fake pain or something. I should do something to get out of this situation. What should I do? I know, I've been tied up for a few years. Let me be like, ow, my leg. It's cramping. I feel like that was moment 1 of reading the mind.
I was thinking it was the first kiss. When he kissed him, that's what gave him his power back.
Maybe.
I have no real reason for it, but
I hope they tell us. That would be really cool. How long he's been reading his mind for.
We know that Punn is somehow responsible for it.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Or honestly, he could have just always had that power, but because he was alone for 100 years, it's like worthless.
That's a good point. Actually, he could have thought he lost it.
It's like a useless power, so they didn't bother taking it.
He could have lost it, and or thought he lost it, but really there was just no one around to revive.
I do have a theory though. Now, if Ramil turns Punn into a vampire, he's gonna give him the power to read minds. Because all the other ones, each got one of his powers. And there's one left that he hasn't give out yet.
Well, that's a good point.
Theory.
I have another theory too. But it's not based on too much. I don't think it's based on a lot. But it has some merit in terms of like, there's no reason it couldn't be kind of thing. I don't know. It has some merit there. So like, but we'll get to it later because it's a much later thing.
Then we see Punn take Ramil home. And we see him put his knife away he takes it out of the drawer, then he puts it back. And then we get the whole scene of, Methus choking him and Ramil saving him, the kiss, Ramil being very protective of him. As we B-roll to the kiss in the last episode, Ramil says, right now, the way I feel about you has changed.
I'm telling you, he's in love, bitches in love.
And we see him put the notebook away. And then he lays down and looks at the flower, which was from last episode, a scene from last episode.
I thought so, because I saw that and I was like, and he looked at the phone and he was like, and then I was like, okay, I'm not actually sure now if it is, but I think it was. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's when he texted him, hey, he's back in his room, I'm taking care of the other 2, you can take care of him, kind of thing.
No, I thought that was a text of Jet saying, finish it. Because
maybe it was.
Methus comes to him in person and tells him.
Oh, yeah. What What the fuck was he reading before? Oh,
That's why I think it was. Because we never see Punn read a text, we just see Jet send it. So we don't know timeline-wise when that happened.
Okay, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Then we see that the next day, Punn made a little vase, a bouquet of roses.
Little bouquet.
And he goes and gives them to Ramil, who is like, not shirtless, but he has like the shirt, but like unbuttoned and just like fully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, do y'all sleep in any pajamas?
Yeah, and he's like, do you not have regular pajamas? And he's like, it's fine, I'm not cold. And he's like, well, I am. And he's like, then let me warm you up.
I had just woken up. Okay, let me tell you this. I had just woken up, like,
right.
I want to say an hour beforehand. I watched Pokemon before this as well, because I didn't have time for it yesterday before my live stream. So I was, like, a little incoherent in that one. But in this one, I don't know why, but I started out incoherent. Because I was like, well, it's probably not cold. It's Thailand. Well, it could be cold. And I just went on for, like, 5 minutes going, like, is there winter in Thailand? Like, I was
not.
such a... There's not. I didn't think there was, but then I started doubting myself. So I literally went on a Google, like, the whole, while I was watching it going, like, ooh, and then I was like, but is there? Like, ooh, but is there?
Yeah, because I don't think it snowed in Thailand.
No, it's like, I think what it said on Google is, like, it gets to as low as, like, 59 in the mountains.
Yeah.
So, but then again, but as I said at the end of my Google rant, for how cold it gets, it said cold is subjective. I was like, that's a good point. Like, if you live in a hot climate like Thailand, like, for most of the time, if it gets to, like, mid-60s, you're probably like, I'm freezing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're... Because I used to get cold in California all the fucking time, and everyone around me was like, why are you cold? I'm like, I don't know, my fingers are fucking blue, and it would be, like, 70 degrees. So, because sometimes you're not used to cold. So, right. Subjective, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, then Ramil pushed him on bed and squeezed his cheeks again.
He squeezes it. He loves squeezing his cheeks.
He does. And he thanks him for deciding to stay here. And he leans in about to kiss him, but then Punn pushes him off, and he says he needs to go home and take care of something.
He's gotta back out.
Which I knew, and I'm glad. I knew this would happen, and I'm glad he did it.
I was like, it has to be. Like, yeah, you are giving him hard eyes every 2 fucking seconds. Yeah. You have to be backing out.
Yeah. He would not be able to continue this relationship without quitting.
Yeah. I'm glad he quit too, because, like, he could have totally, like, ghosted them or just been like, I'm still trying to decide, but I love you, so I can't do it, but, like, not saying anything to anyone. I'm glad he went, you know what? Cutting this off now.
I thought he was going to quit, and then when Elise chased after him, I thought she was going to talk him back into it. That's what I thought.
And I feel like she kind of, like, did a little bit.
I'll get into that. I'll get into that later. I got thoughts on her.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And we see that Ramil's pouty because he doesn't want him to leave. And so he Punn takes Ramil's hands and puts them on his cheek. And then he's like, I'm not running away. I just need to deal with stuff. And he's like, you can leave, but promise you'll come back. I'll be waiting for you. And then squeezes his cheeks again.
I love that he was reassuring him. He was just like, look at me, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
When he was doing that, I was like, oh, I'm sure he's not going to kill you. He's going to quit. Like, that's when I was like, oh, yeah, 100%.
So then Punn finds a stick note on the door of the antique store that says, contact me when you get home. I'm worried about you, Paul.
Yeah. You kind of haven't been talking to him.
I will say, this whole issue made a lot more sense on Punn's perspective, on his side.
Oh, 100%.
Which I love. But also, I'm also like, I feel so bad for Punn as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit.
Because it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be like, I'm sorry, I want you back home, I really do, but if I bring you back home, you might get killed by a vampire because I'm a hunter. Like, I don't think he would believe that. Like, I
literally said my reaction. Even if he tells him the truth, he's not gonna believe that vampires are real. Despite the fact he's having regular conversations with one, he still isn't gonna believe it.
He's gonna be like, you're fucking with me again because you don't want me to stay. It's like, no, I swear to God, I'm being so true.
Yeah. So Punn goes inside, and he pulls a book that says How to Be a Vampire Hunter.
It says that?
I saw How to Be, and then he covered his hand over, and we didn't see it after that, and I was like, wait, I swear I saw something about a vampire. Did it say How to Be a Vampire Hunter? And I went back after I finished it, and I checked. It says How to Be the Vampire Hunter.
Oh my God, why do you have a book that says that if you're trying to keep everything secret? This bitch is trying to keep everything secret, right? He's got a secret little underground bunker, and he puts a book square on his shelf. It's very sick. I agree. But then he puts a book on his shelf that literally says how to be a vampire hunter that opens it. If a vampire goes into his home and goes, what? And pulls the book, his whole entire operation is blown.
Yeah, but at this point, earlier at least, he was like retired, so he probably didn't care or bother to do it.
He had a vampire in his home.
That was before. That was before. Look, before that, because before he took this mission, he was retired, so he didn't care. Now he has the book, and he's probably like, I should probably.
That book has been there the whole time, and when he was
I know, but I wouldn't do that. But
I wouldn't do that. Punn, that was a little bit of a dumbass decision. Put something else on it that no one would want to pull, like the study of diarrhea or something like that. Like really put something on there that no one would want to touch, and then no one's gonna pull it except for you. Like
unless it's like a fantasy book or something, or like a not like real like an actual work of fiction almost.
It looks like a fancy ass research book. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't look like.
No, it probably doesn't even open. It's probably not real. It's part of the mechanism.
Of course not. Which makes it worse, because then he created this outer shell, knowing that this would be the perfect thing to make a door handle.
You know what? Probably back in his day, he was very bitter towards vampires, so he probably didn't care that much. He didn't expect a vampire to be in his house, let alone fall in love with one. He probably didn't expect it back then, you know?
You make a point. You make a point.
So he goes downstairs, and we see all the weapons, all the necklaces, everything.
Bro, I was like, oh my god, bro has trophies. He's a serial killer. He is, technically.
I'm still wondering, are the necklaces just like trophies for killing each vampire? Or do they have some sort of power?
It's feeling trophy-ish, I'm not gonna lie.
It does. So I'm like, I don't know. But we do get a flashback to when it goes on Maria's necklace, we get a flashback to actually see him do it. Yeah. To confirm it was him, not Jet. In case
it was him, not Jet.
In case anyone believed that. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, if any dumbass decided to believe that that was Jet.
Yeah. So then Punn texts Jet, and he's like, I need to talk to you guys. Let's meet at Orion. And then we have Ramil in the garden, making some flowers, getting them all nice for Punn when he comes back. And Methus joins him. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making these flowers, for Punn because he likes them. And like, you really like him, don't you? And he's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, even if he weren't the one who broke the curse, would you still like him? And he said, yes, I chose him.
He really doesn't want to tell him.
He really didn't.
He really didn't want to tell him. He wanted to.
As soon as he started bringing up, he's like, maybe you should consider what Kiara said. He's like, Methus, I already have one Kiara, don't be another one. And he gets like dead serious. Like his tone, because he knows. And we know he knows.
He knows. Yeah. And I wonder if, here's the thing. This conversation, I'm trying to like see it in a different light, because Methus knows that he can read minds, so he must know that he knows.
He does, but I think maybe he knows, but he's
like, I have one person breathing down my neck already about this. Like, don't be another.
Maybe Methus thinks that Ramil's trying not to believe it, which I thought too. Like, I thought if he can't read minds, he's just trying not to believe it.
Yeah.
Specifically in the scene later in the living room, but I'll get there.
That was when I was sure he knew. That's when I was like more sure he knew. I
was like, he either can read minds and he definitely knows, or he's trying so hard not to believe it and not see any evidence because he's so in love with him.
Yeah.
It was, but we knew he could read minds from like early on. We knew.
I mean, you convinced me. You were like, what if he knows? Like, I think it was last episode. You were like, what if he knows? I feel like he knows. And then I was like, oh, you know what? You make a point, because he was crying when they were kissing. So like, that's when you hooked me into the idea. And then when I went into this episode, I had that idea in my brain, and I was like, hey, I wonder. And then it just started to pile on. All the evidence was piling on, and I'm like, yeah, he knows. 100%.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
So Methus decides not to show in the picture, but we do see a raven watch the interaction before flying away. And Kiar is pacing in his little cult room, and he's like, damn it.
He's peeved. Of course he didn't tell him.
So he sends 2 more ravens to spy on Punn and the hunters.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they weren't doing that to begin with. Like, why? I feel like he would have put ravens on the hunters to begin with.
I think because he thought Methus would tell Ramil. And so the fact that he didn't, that's why he's like, fuck it, I'm taking this in my own hands.
But even, like, without Punn being a vampire, like, I feel like he would have had them, like, even if he didn't know Punn was a vampire hunter, he would have the crows on the hunters, especially ever since like he was attacked by like 8 of them. I feel like he would have had people followed.
Yeah, but he also easily defeated a bunch of them too.
Yeah, that's a very good point. He's like, you know what? I don't actually need to.
He probably doesn't care that much. Like, about them.
They're not that much of a danger to me. I'm good.
They're not in love with Ramil. They're not close to him. He doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't give a shit. He cares about the people in love with Ramil and who Ramil's in love with. That's where it is.
Yeah. So we get Pok Pong smoking, or trying to, again.
Trying to.
But, name. Oh god, which one is it?
Meccan.
Meccan?
Meccan.
Meccan. He shows up and he takes a cigarette and he's like, ha, nope.
Nope.
And he's like, oh, did you finish all the candy? And he's like, yeah, you gave me very little. And he's like, okay, then I'll buy you more. So that way you don't need to smoke.
Fair, thank you.
And then Pok Pong starts telling him about his brother's situation. Meccan tells him, he's like, well, if you are my brother, I want you to just be open and honest with me about it. Like, don't yell and scream at me about it, like we saw in the first episode.
Please,
but just, like, have an open, honest, calm conversation about how you really feel. And how he
Which we've been saying about every fucking relationship. So this guy gives good advice, and I think it's because he's lived for so long, and 2, he's lived for so long after massacring his family. So I feel like he's, like, traumatized from that and has tried since then to be a good person, and in doing that, he's learned a fucking lot of good advice.
Right.
And so now he's really good at giving it.
Yeah. Anyway, then Punn enters Orion, where Paul and Caster talk to him. And they're like, hey, do you got any info on that for us? And
do I?
He gives nothing.
Yeah, he's like fully dead set on like not saying anything now, which I really respect, because it turns out that we hear here that he did tell them about Methus and the speed, and that's why they came up with the speed decreasing bullet. So he did tell them some shit. However, now he's like dead set on quitting and not telling them a damn thing.
That was before everything.
Yeah.
So Punn goes to Jet, and he's like, I'm quitting. Everyone's freaking out. Elise specifically. She's like, you're the only one who can get close to target.
Yeah.
And just like, is that why you haven't been reaching out, because you've been stalling for so long? Like, did you not forget what they did to us? And he says, that was 10 years ago. You can't keep using that as an excuse. And then Jet punches him. And he's like, do you not remember what they did to us? To me, you, Elise? They almost killed me that night. They killed our family. And then Elise kind of breaks him up.
I'm so curious. I'm so curious as to what the fuck happened that night. Like, who did what? Like...
Who is the only question we don't have? Everything else we know.
Yeah, everything else we kind of know, but, like, who is the question that we don't have?
When I scroll to that part, I want to see, because all I saw was a black head of hair, and I'm like, Kiar? Maybe? That was my only thought. Here's the thing.
I think that's too obvious.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't know, because it wasn't Ramil, because he was stuck in the painting.
Yeah, so. Ramil was, still locked up.
He's out.
And then Jet says you can go and leave and go be with your brother. Very annoying.
Get out. Get out, you dumbass. You were supposed to help us and you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
So then Kiar goes for Ramil and he's like, get a master, come with me. And Methus is like, where are you taking him? And he's like, I'm going to show myself that he's part of the hunter group.
I figured he would. I figured he would see Methus, like, attempting and to tell him. And when he didn't tell him, go, okay, fine, I'll tell him my fucking self. I'm happy to.
Right.
More than happy to.
Yeah. So then as Punn is leaving, Elise chases after him. And she says, don't be mad at Jet. He knows you want to quit because you want Pok Pong to move in with you. And we tried working with Paul and Caster, but they weren't really good at that. They failed.
Yeah.
And she says she's the one who asked Jet to bring you back. I did not like that.
You didn't like that?
I found that very shitty. Because she knows that Punn just wants to have a normal life with his brother. And selfishly decided to go against that. And then just, like, fuck all that. I'm like, I did not like that.
You're right, I don't like that either.
Seemed like... Because right now, up to this point, we thought it was Jet who was, like, orchestrating that, and finding out it was really her really kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I agree. I didn't even think about that. I was, like, watching it going, like, oh, she, like, has actual emotions. This is interesting.
Well, yeah, and then she starts crying about what happened that night.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw more, but then now that you're saying, but this is basically what happened with that and what her thought process was, and I'm like, actually, you have a point. That's really shitty.
And also, it feels like even in the scene, she's trying to guilt trip him to come back and do it. Like, she's still trying to do. I'm like, you like, I stop.
Yep, I agree.
Like, it bugged me. And then they give Punn a parting gift of a knife that can kill, apparently, a vampire.
Here you go, a gift. Have fun.
And then back in the living room, Kiara's telling Ramel, he's like, you wanted proof, right? Well, I got you some. Let's go. And he's like, no, I will wait here for Punn instead. And Kiara's like, you're so obsessed with that human, you're blind and deaf, and then storms out and messes.
You're blind and deaf.
Though I will say, on a personal level, I do kind of understand Kiara in this moment, because I've had situations in my real life with friends who have been blind and deaf and so obsessed with people that they don't see how shitty they are, and I try to warn them, and it never ends out well. This is different because Ramil knows the case and knows all this and knows what Punn is actually doing, but I did kind of relate to Ramil or Kiara slightly in this scene. Just like,
I do see that because, like, from Kiara's perspective, here's the thing: he knows he can read minds, so I don't know. I mean, maybe he doesn't. I don't even know. I'm not sure if he knows he can read minds. I know Methus does. So that remains to be seen. However, I do see where you're coming from there because, like, imagine like the person that you're kind of in love with or very in love with at this point, just being like, no, I love him. I'm not gonna see it. Just be like, bro, it's for them. I'm trying to fucking protect you. Right. Please listen to me. Like, I could see how that would eventually get frustrating.
And I do feel like a lot of Kiara's actions, especially with Punn and him being Hunter, might be coming more from fear of him killing Ramil.
It's a good point.
And I do kind of feel for that. Like, obviously he's not showing that because he's like, he have this like image or whatever, but like, I do feel like a lot of it is like he's scared Punn's gonna kill Ramil.
Yeah.
And he's trying to prevent that anyway. So then in the hallway, Kiara's like, I'm gonna go kill all of them, and Methus is like, well, we're not allowed to do that. And then Kiara's like, stop being a butler and use your own brain for once. And so Methus pushes him up against the wall by the throat, and he's like, don't make me lose and break your neck. I'm gonna
get real pissed off. You better shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So then we see Punn is looking at the knife and thinking about to Elise's words, saying, if you deal with the last descendant of Joe Noel, it'll be all over.
I don't want to do that. I'm in love with him.
Yeah. So then as Punn is planning on returning back to Ramil, he gets stopped by Pokemon. And he's like, look, I'm going to try being honest with you and talk nicely. And the reason I've been lashing out is because I want my foster family to kick me to the curb. I don't want to be with them. And I want to be with you. And every time I try to get close, it feels like you're uncomfortable. And that I feel like I'm pushing you away. And you're trying to avoid me. And Punn assures him, he's like, it's not that. I'm not uncomfortable. I just have a reason.
I think this should be enough. Like, just him saying, there's a reason I can't have you with me right now, but I'm working on it. And afterwards, we'll have this talk again, and everything will be better. Like, I feel like that should be enough, but I'm also saying that as an adult. And he's a teenager with a lot of hyped up emotions right now, and with a lot of trauma. So, like, I feel like the trauma and emotions that a teenager has are probably going to be a lot more, like, volatile and just, like, unpredictable.
Yeah.
Unhandleable.
Yeah, and to Popong's credit, he does say, like, I'm willing to listen to what you have to say. Like, I'm willing to listen to reason. Like, and I'll understand it.
Yeah.
But obviously, he can't tell him.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what, I actually thought this would work. And then
it would. That's the thing. But, like, in any other instance, I feel like it would. But I feel like in this instance, you wouldn't believe him. Or at least it would. It's a 50-50 on whether you would. And he knows that. Which is why he can't tell you.
So, Punn returns to Ramil. And, like, honestly, with, like, no words, just gets up and hugs him. And says it's okay.
This was so good. And the song that plays here, I Shazammed it immediately. And I put it in my... I also found the theme song. I put both in my BL.
Oh, yeah, no, I found the theme song, like, a while ago.
I tried to Shazam the song that they were doing it to. Nothing. Shazam's like, this doesn't exist. And I was like, what do you mean?
It might not be out yet. Like, because I know the theme song didn't come out till, like, episode 2 or 3 or something.
I just found it now. Time. Like, it does take time, but also this doesn't feel like a song. It might not even be a song from the show. Like, this one wasn't.
Wait, I thought it was original. Like, I thought... Was that
The
not
song they were
just...
doing it to was kind of like dubsteppy.
Oh, no, I was thinking about the one before that where it was just the theme song but a cappella.
Oh yeah, that was gorgeous. Yeah.
Okay.
That was absolutely gorgeous.
Anyway, Ramil goes and hugs him and just says it's okay with like no words. And this is another proof of the fact that he can read minds and he does
He
know.
can. He said, I'm reading minds, I can do it. And he's like, haha, that's funny.
Yeah, and he starts like crying. Then they are eating ramen, and Punn's like, when I first met you, you didn't know how to eat this.
Now you're making it.
And Ramil's like, now it's the only thing I can make.
Honestly, mood, same.
Yeah.
I can bake. Can't cook much.
Then Ramil asks, he's like, looking back, what made you let me into your house? Weren't you scared of me at all? And Punn says, he's like, even if you thought about hurting me, I can fight back.
Oh, can you? Like, literally. Like he's like, I can. Like, I literally can fight back. Like, I'm a hunter. And the thing is, Ramil's probably like, yeah, you could.
Yeah, this whole scene was very much them dancing around the topic that they both know about, but neither of them want to say.
No one's saying it.
Yeah.
Everyone's being very coy with the info.
And so then Ramil's like, well, what about now? I want my powers back. Are you scared of me now? And he's like, no, if you were gonna hurt me, you wouldn't have made me this ramen. And he's like, I could have poisoned it. And so he starts drinking it, he starts fake choking. He's like, I didn't poison it, I swear!
He's like, no, wait, but I didn't. Wait.
And then he starts laughing,
so
and he's like, yeah, I'm just messing with you.
That was so cute. I love them so much. Oh my god. I love them so fucking much.
And then Ramil tells him that he's happy that Punn's happy to be with him.
Mm.
Then Punn knocks on his door that night and asks if he can sleep in his room. And Ramil has pajamas now. He made a comment about it earlier, and he went out and got pajamas. Comment.
Oh my god, you're so right. Oh my god. He said, oh wait, shit, that's what we wear? Okay, let me go get pajamas then.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
So then Punn sees the vase of flowers, and he's like, hey, do you want me to go up to the garden tomorrow and get more roses? And he's like, you don't have to. I use my powers to preserve them while you're away. And he's like, I can still get new ones. And he's like, yeah, okay, go ahead. Thank you. And then Punn wants Ramil to get in bed with him. And he says he's cold again. And he puts his arm around him as they go to sleep.
Just say you want to cuddle, bro.
Yeah. Then we get a newspaper article that Mess is fine, saying three miraculously survived fire that killed children and caregivers at Michael Orphanage.
So that's why I was wondering what happened, because I was like, so I guess whatever this attack was killed Punn's parents, and then like maybe Jet's parents as well or something, and almost, at least no, it was after the fact, and it was at the orphanage. Yeah.
And we see an image of the three hunters to be, and I am now convinced that the little ghost boy who follows Jet around is not his brother. It is himself. Because the picture that we see here, we don't see Jet in the flashback, but the picture we see here looks very similar to the little ghost boy who keeps following him around.
Really?
Which means Jet's is literally being haunted by his past and that event. And that's what's pushing him to keep going after the vampire, then the Jonelle family specifically. And it's all based off this past trauma he has as a child where he was almost bitten and killed himself.
Okay. I had a weird thought for my theory.
I'm like, they look almost the same. Again, we don't see him clearly in the flashback, and we only kind of see like the side of his face in this image, so I can't really tell. But I'm like 95% sure that's the case. That's the same guy.
Okay, my weird theory was something else, but now I'm gonna change it. Because something lends to it, but it's during the flashback, so I'll get there.
Okay. Well, then we get the flashback.
Oh, great.
I definitely realized all this going. Like, wait, here we are.
So here's the thing.
Wait, hang on. Do you want me to get through the flashback?
Yeah, go ahead, go through the flashback. Go through the flashback, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Why I'm thinking
so Elise wakes Punn up, and she's like, wake up. And then he's like, where's Jet? And he's like, I don't know. And so they hide, they see a shadow of someone, and then they start walking through a hallway of dead children.
it's looking like Stranger Things up in there. Like it's
I was like, this is actually really dark.
It's really dark, bro.
And then we see Punn pull a vampire. We don't. Actually, that does kind of look like Kiara. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not sure. Like, I feel like it's too obvious if it's Kiara.
I can't tell because this image is very blurry and it's only like the side of his face and like you can't even see his eyes or anything. But it does kind of look like Kiara.
Here's my thought. It looks like Kiara, but I feel like that's too obvious. I don't think it was Mekin because I think he was so utterly traumatized by killing his whole family. I don't think he'd ever fucking do that shit again, especially to children. And the last option is Methis. Which could very well, but what if Methis is like is actually a fucking evil genius or some shit, and he's like actually the orchestrator of a lot of this shit? What if he eats people all the time and we just don't know about it?
Could be, but then why would he be looking at a newspaper article about that?
No, maybe he found the newspaper article. Okay, where did he find? He found it in Punn's like new makeshift.
I don't know
office,
where
right?
he was, but he was somewhere, and
he was in. I feel like he was in the place that Punn likes to work in the new apartment, because like I feel like Punn has his own space. I feel like they gave him his own space because he was working in there a second ago. So I feel like he's there, and he found this in the drawer where the knife was as well. I feel like that could have been it. But the knife wasn't there. But I feel like he opened it and he pulled it out to look at it and be like, oh, and then it just cuts. So it very well, when he pulled out and saw it, it could have been him going, "Oh fuck, that was me." Like we didn't see. I don't know. That's not my theory, but that was just me saying it could be Methis. My original theory was dumb. Here's my thing. It wasn't that like there was signs pointing to it. It was that there weren't any signs not pointing to it. And I said it just to get it out there, was what if all this was Jet? Like, but he is a child at the time, and I feel like the person who bit into him was maybe like a little bigger, so maybe not. However, during this, do we not see a cupboard fall on Punn?
Yes, and I did just watch that like frame by frame, and it's funny because like it starts off as little Punn, but when he's about to hit the cupboard, he turns into regular Punn, and then it gets knocked down on him as little Punn.
So I have a new theory.
What's your new theory?
It's Jet theory. It's also to do with Jet. Jet's a vampire. And he's really pissed that he's a vampire, so he's going after this whole bloodline. Because I think, like, you could be right. He's looking at his past self. What if his past self is dead because that was the night he became a vampire?
Then how would he age?
Fuck.
Sorry about that, but that's my big question.
Damn it! I'm such an idiot. Okay. Here's another thought. Okay, so back to my original thought of what if all this was Jet? What if Jet literally did just like fucking kill everyone because he's fucking insane at this orphanage, but then a vampire showed up and was like, "Hey, chill," and tried to bite. What if Methis tried to calm the situation by killing him?
Or maybe Kiara did. I still think it's Kiara. I will say it looked more like Kiara in the flashback. And, like, yeah, it would be obvious, but also, I mean, Punn being a hunter wasn't obvious. And that plot was, like, not everything can be a plot.
Apparently it was obvious to some people.
No, I meant, like, in episodes 1 and 2, I had no idea.
Okay, 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Yeah, but, like, not everything is a plot twist. You know, something needs to be more obvious, and some things are less obvious, you know?
Here's the thing.
Okay, what's the thing?
I'm putting my money on Methis. For this being Methis. It just like it felt like it could have been Methis. You put it on Kiara if you want to put it on Kiara. I'm putting my money right now on Methis. But I feel like something happened this night that we don't for sure know what happened yet. Something else happened. Cause that cupboard fell on Punn, yes, but I feel like that's included in what happened. Because that means he didn't see something. That means he was unconscious when something else happened. That means something else happened that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, because that's the end of his dream.
We've only seen it from his perspective. What else happened that night? Something else happened that night, and I feel it. So like I don't know.
We need to hear from Jet. I think Jet's the only one who can like answer that for us.
We do, but also, what if he lies?
If we get a flashback, I feel like that'd be pretty convincing, though.
Yes, I would like a flashback. We need a flashback from everyone else's perspective. I feel like that'll come later.
But also, would Jet lie? Like, here's the thing. We get it, he's like a dick. But all he really wants to do is avenge the whole massacre that happened with all the other children. In retrospect, he's not like a fucking psychopath. I mean, he may maybe become a little unhinged, but he's not like a full-on like ballistic psychopath who will lie and cheat and
yeah.
Like I feel like you're hyping up to be this like crazy villain. Where
I know. I just had a thought when I was watching
I don't think.
it. I don't think.
I don't know.
I don't think either. I had a thought, but I don't know. There's something fucking else that happened, and it's killing me trying to figure out what it is.
Well, there's still 6 episodes left. You know what? We got time.
I know. We're gonna figure out. We'll probably find out later. It'll probably be like a penultimate episode kind of thing where it's like you don't know what actually happened that night, and then we'll see a flashback.
Right. So then Punn wakes up, and this is where I don't understand anything.
I do. I do understand.
Okay. I'll go through it, and you can tell me. I did have a thought on what might happen, but I also had another thought later that I'm like, I hope this is the case.
I have mostly thoughts, but I do kind of understand what happened-ish, a little bit. There are some bits, like, later on where I'm like, wait, why are we stressed? But, like, then we'll get there. We'll get there.
So Punn wakes up, looks at the flowers, and the flowers look a little bit wilted. They're not that bad. They're not bad as they are later, though.
Yeah.
I noticed. So he goes up, starts picking some more with the knife. And Ramil comes in. He's like, what are you doing? And he throws a knife in the bush and cuts his shirt. And he's like, oh, I couldn't sleep, so I was picking some flowers. Here you are. I was planning on replacing them, the ones I owe you in your face in the morning. And Ramil pulls Punn close. And he's like, don't avoid my eyes. Let me read your mind. Let me feel and understand your pain. Let me help carry it. Which was very sweet.
Very sweet.
And then they kiss, and a bright light shines, and they're back in bed.
Beautiful bright light. Very lovely. They're back in bed. He's back to wearing his pajamas in the same exact position. And I went, hang on.
I was confused for a second. Because then Punn sees the flowers are more wilted, and his nose bleeds, so he gets up and deals with that.
Yeah.
And then he returns, and Ramil's gone. And he's fully dressed, playing Candy Crush.
He is
or something like that. I don't know what he's playing.
He's played some sort of matchy game, yeah.
Yeah. And he brings down the vase of the wilted flowers, and he's like, what happened to me last night? And I was like, nothing, you just tossed and turned a little bit. Why'd you bring the vase down? And Punn says, I told you last night I was going to replace flowers. I couldn't sleep, so I went up on the rooftop and cut some flowers and made an arrangement for your face. And Ramil asks, he's like, you went on the rooftop?
I'm like, what do you mean?
And she's like, you were there with me, weren't you?
No.
And he's like, no. And so then he gets up and starts looking for his knife.
He's freaking out, yeah.
And then he goes down to his shirt that he cut, and it's ripped.
It's not ripped.
It is ripped.
What? I thought it was not ripped. Wait, now I'm more confused. Wait. I'm pretty sure, like,
we don't see it ripped, but I assume the way he still freaks out is that he realized it was ripped. And then that's why he wants to go up and find a knife.
I didn't think there was a rip, bro. I think, here's the thing. Here's my thought. Here's my whole thought process here. I think it was a dream from Punn's perspective. However, okay, let me start from the beginning here. We see Punn, like, wake up having had the dream from being in the orphanage that night. I think that Ramil was seeing that. I think he's in his mind right now, and he's seeing that dream, and because he felt that he was in pain and tossing and turning and shit, and he could see it in the dream. And so when Punn woke up, he didn't actually wake up. He was still in the dream, like Inception or some shit. And Punn and Ramil was kind of like still like reading his mind and stuff. So he like saw the flowers, went up to the roof in the dream, and then Ramil's up there in regular day clothes. So we know it's a dream because he's in completely different clothes.
Right.
In the middle of the night. There would be no need to change. And just the way he was talking to, it was like, it's like he said, let me read your mind, let me feel your pain. So I feel like this was Ramil in his mind being like, let me see what's going on with you. Because you seem to be in a lot of pain. I can tell you were having a bad dream. And now you're here. So let me see if I can figure out what's going on with you or like help in a way. And then he actually wakes up.
Because my thing is, if it wasn't ripped, why would he go up?
I feel like we would have seen it.
I don't know. But why wouldn't he go up and go look for the knife in the rose garden? Why would he go there? If it wasn't ripped, he would have no reason to go there. But that's where he immediately wants to go after that.
I think he's looking for the knife. He's looking in his briefcase. He's looking in the drawer by the books. He feels his shirt, which looks fine. And I feel like they would have shown the shirt if it didn't look fine. I feel like they would have shown that. But the fact that he can't find his knife is probably, it's still like weird to him. He's like, I don't have my knife with me anywhere. And the only place I did have it was in my dream up there. But I didn't rip my shirt. So like, it was a dream. So like, where the fuck is my knife? So
why would he go up there? If he was like, wait, that was just a dream, why would he go up there?
Because he still can't find his knife. And the only place he remembers having it before. He's probably very, very specific on where he keeps these fucking weapons so nobody finds them. So he probably was like, the only place I remember having it last was in my dream up on the roof. I'm gonna use that as a jumping off point. We'll see what the fuck happens because I'm very confused as to if this is a dream. Honestly, him going up there and looking for the knife is him trying to like really conclude if this was a dream or not. Because the shirt wasn't ripped, but he still doesn't have his knife. So it's two different options here that he still doesn't know which is the right one. So that's the only option he has is to go up to the roof and check.
But doesn't Punn confront Ramel? He's like, what's happening? Like, what happened? And, like, he confronts him when he has a knife at him later. I think he says something like, tell me how you did it, is what he says. He's like, tell me how you did it.
And then his nose bleeds. Okay, let me continue with my thing then. Okay. So, he isn't sure whether it's a dream or not. So he goes upstairs and looks for his knife. Methys comes to see him, and it's a very clear mimic of the actual dream that he was having.
Right.
The night before. And he's like, Master wants to see you. So he goes downstairs. He goes to the bedroom and the knife is on the bed waiting for him. And he's like, oh, fuck. Like, it wasn't here before. I definitely know that because I was trying to find it and it wasn't there. And so he, knowing Ramil's behind him, immediately picks it up, turns it around. And he's like, tell me how you did it. And Ramil doesn't say anything, but Punn's nose starts to bleed. Here's my theory. I think every time he reads his mind, or like is in his mind in a way, his nose bleeds. Every time this vampire is in his mind, his nose bleeds. Because I feel like the sex dreams from before when his nose would start bleeding, I'm wondering if that was like Ramil like still having his power for like mind reading or like being in the mind and projecting himself to Punn and being like, please come and get me, my name's Ramil. Like, even if it was subconsciously. And his nose would bleed after he'd wake up after having those dreams. He just had another dream, supposedly, where he was up on the roof and with Ramil, and Ramil was in the dream, and he woke up, his nose was bleeding. He said, tell me how you did it. Ramil didn't say anything, and his nose started bleeding. Basically saying that I just went into your mind again. It's clicking for me there. That's why it's clicking for me. Okay. That's what it looks like to me.
Okay, I can see that. I thought there were two other completely different explanations. One was that, my first one, which I was like, oh god, no. Was I was like, wait, if that did happen, who was Ramil? There's only one person with transformation powers. Can he turn into something other than ravens? I don't know. And I thought Kira was being Ramil, and I was like, wait, I don't like that. And then, my second one, which I think kind of aligns with yours, was that Ramil kind of controls his dream and kind of like was actually like controlling it, and him being like confessing he can read his mind and like asking to take away the pain and like was almost like in his dream, but
yeah, I feel like he subconsciously popped in there when he noticed he was having a nightmare. Maybe he didn't see the nightmare, but he stopped the nightmare and kind of brought him to a safe space, a place he knows is a safe space for him, which is the rose garden on the roof, and was like, hey, let me help you with your pain because I can read your mind, kind of thing. I think that's what happened. That's what's been happening. Okay. That's where I went with it.
I can get behind that. But anyway, then Methys comes in and asks to speak with Ramil, and Punn overhears this conversation. And it's where Methys is revealing that
oh dear,
Punn's a hunter. And that's so with Elise and Jet and all that stuff. And what their connection is from the third survivors of a massacre.
You can see on Punn's face, he's like, fucker. Yeah. Like, I'm caught.
Now, this is another thing about why I don't think Methys is the one who attacked that night. Was because why would he tell Ramil? If then Ramil can read minds, odds are Methys would be like, yeah, I definitely, the massacre, I did, he would think in his mind. And then he'd be like, you did. And
I wonder
Like,
I wonder if he can only read human minds.
maybe.
It's an option. I don't know.
It could be. I mean, I'm not fully against Methus. I'm just saying it looked more like Kiara than Methus in my mind.
I feel like we don't have enough information to fully put all our money on anyone yet. I think
that's fair.
It's a deep guess right now.
All I saw was a black head of hair, and Kiara has the blackest hair. So
fucking everybody has black hair except for
no.
Well, that's the thing. They have
but
black,
Ramil has a little
like,
white patch. Methus is more brown in the front.
It was also nighttime, and like it was like flickery lighting, so like it could have been fucking anyone. I just know it wasn't Ramil.
That's the only one who it can't be.
Yeah.
And obviously Punn, Elise, and Jet.
Yeah.
Anyway, then the Rose Garden. Punn is looking for his roses. Or not his roses. He's looking in his roses for the knife. And Methus comes up. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm looking for some flowers for Mr. Ramil. And like, once you're done, please meet Master downstairs. He's like, okay. And Methus thanks him for helping restore Master's 4 powers.
This was him going like, he knows.
Yeah, and he slowly turned around and he's like, 4?
4? Like, literally, I was like, 4?
And he's like, wait, besides speed, transportation, healing, what other one is there? And he's like, oh, it's the one that makes him the strongest leader of the vampires. Mind reading.
He's been telling you he hasn't lied once.
That is true.
He has told you already. You just didn't believe him. You thought he was joking.
I did too at first.
Honestly, yeah. Like, for half a second, I thought he was joking too. And then when we were talking about, like, what if he knows, it started to click, and I was like, wait, what if he was being real about the mind reading?
Yeah.
Oh, and it all just started to click. Oh my god, I love this episode. It's so good.
So he returns to his bedroom, and on his bed is a knife.
This is the best fucking scene. This whole thing.
This stressed me the fuck out.
I know, it stressed me the fuck out, but it had me hooked.
I did too. I was like, oh my god. I was like kicking my feet. I was clapping randomly. It was a whole mess. That's literally what I do. I just start clapping and stomping, and I'm just like making all these noise for some reason. I don't know why.
I start squeezing the actual life out of my Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I have actually a lot of things to squeeze. I just chose not to. Oh, I should have had the broccoli. I'm dumb.
You should have had the broccoli! All this talk about me forgetting about the broccoli, and you didn't even think to grab it.
Well, I mean, I see it there. I know it exists. I just don't think
it's right there, and you didn't grab it. How dare you?
Well, I don't want to hurt it.
You call yourself a boom.
Trust me, you would have got hurt. It would have got hurt.
Yeah, my poor bulb. I have to, every time I'm done with like a stressful reaction, like all of us are dead, or even this now, I have to like be like, reshape, like to my Bulbasaur.
So Ramil from behind says that's what you've been looking for, isn't it? And he takes a knife and aims a rise at his throat. And he says, tell me how you did it. And his nose does start to bleed. I am actually more buying your theory, actually, I will say. I'm more on you with that.
Thank you.
And he wipes his nose from blood.
I was fucked last time, but this time I'm gonna get shit right, okay?
Yeah. Well, I also do think it's because he's slightly corny in this too, but that's past the point.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying. It's excitement. So yeah, he holds a knife, and I feel like Punn purposely holds it at his like throat or face because he knows that won't kill him. Like, I do think there's a little subconscious thing to that. And Punn says, you know who I am and why I approached you.
Yeah.
And Ramil says, I'd rather hear it from you.
Fair. I would want to hear it too. I'd be like, don't make me figure it out myself. Just tell me the truth.
And Punn says, I'm one of the hunters. I hunt your Jonelle vampire lineage.
Damn.
My only goal
so good.
in coming here is to kill you.
This is so good. This fucking show is so good.
And again, he presses more on his neck.
Yup. But he's like, you know that won't do it.
Yeah, he knows it won't kill. And Ramil says, in that case, and he takes his hand with a knife. He takes it, and he starts going in! Like, he's stabbing him!
Yeah.
Like, he is stabbing him with it. And he says, do what you have to do, Punn. As he, like, stabs him. He's like, kill me. I'm like, kill me instead. Like, stop
kill me,
this.
I'm fucking dying. Like, literally, this is such a good, complex, well-written show. Because literally last episode, when I was sitting there going, oh, it's not Punn. He's literally fucking telling him how to kill him. And it's because he knew it was Punn and trusted him anyway. The amount of trust to have when you're reading someone's mind like that, that's so fucking good. He knew who he was. And he said, this is how you kill me because I know in my heart that you will not kill me. That, like, that's killing me. Like, that is so well written. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
It's so incredibly good. It's such, like, I can't even describe it. Like, I'm just like, because I remember watching it last episode. I was like, oh my god, you shouldn't be telling him that. Because that was before I knew he could read minds. But talking about it on the podcast, I was like, yeah. I think he did that. And I think if he does read minds, I think he did it on purpose to, like, really show his trust for him. Because he does trust him despite all that.
He trusts him despite all the fact that he's been able to read his mind this whole time and is telling him exactly how to kill him and telling him that he trusts him over and over again. Even to his friends, he's like, I trust him. And he was saying that so much where I was like, he must be reading his mind because he is seeing all of this. He is seeing all of who he actually is in his mind and saying, I trust him. Like, that's, there's no way he can't read his mind if he's saying that over and over again because he's made this decision to trust him implicitly, regardless of what he has seen and because of what he has seen. This is like, this is so well. It literally, I watch scenes like this and I go back in my brain and I go, the show that must not be named, and even the next Prince, and I'm like, no, this is how you write a fucking show.
A lesser show would never.
Would never. This is so good. All of the characters are complex and intriguing. Even the twins like have differing personalities where you can tell the two apart because of how they interact with each other and their jobs in the thing. Like, everyone has a personality. It's so good.
Every character is so well written and is so much more than they appear. Every single character. It's incredible.
I fucking love this show. This is my one of my new favorite shows. Oh, I'm so happy you were like, let's fucking watch this. Because, like, literally, I remember watching the trailer.
I remember I was like, episode 1, I was prepared to come in and, like, defend the show this because you were so skeptical about this. I was ready to, like, defend, and you were like, I love this show. I was like, okay, good, me too.
Yeah, thank God. Because, like, the trailer was, like, painting it. I mean, it's like a reverse kidnap. I don't want to say the show that must not be named, but, like, it's a reverse. That show, like, gave us, like, oh, this is gonna be dramatic as fuck, and it was all fluff. That trailer showed us, like, fluff and some action, and we're getting, like, the most complex emotions I've ever seen in a fucking show.
But we still get the fluff. Like I said, we still get, like,
and we get the fluff,
with the, like, fake poisoning, and the, like...
Here's the thing as well. Also, the fluff in this has deeper meaning to it. Like, it's still fluffy and makes you feel happy, but when they did the poisoning shit, it was still had an underlying feeling of, we both know that some shit's going down.
Yeah, that whole
we're trying to say
with, like, a real, like, a walking.
It had multiple levels to every conversation. Every minute of this show has multiple levels and layers to it. It's so well written. I will lose my mind talking about how good the show is.
It's so good. I can't even. You have covered yourself with a blanket. I don't know what to do now.
It's so fucking good. Oh my god.
Oh.
Anyway, 4 episodes in, bro.
We'll keep talking about this scene because we're not even there yet.
Yeah, we're not even like.
Ramel says, "I'm not going to run away or fight back. I will stand right here." And Punn asks, "You're willing to die for me?"
Yeah.
Why? I just said, "Oh, because he loves you." That was my thing. No,
that was mine too.
He takes that and adds it, and he says, all this time I spent with you has given me enough happiness. If I have to die, I'll have no regrets.
Holy shit. It's not even just I love you, it's just that you made me so happy that I don't have to die sad. I can die happy.
If I have to die by your hands, I'm willing to.
That's fucking... Jesus.
This is like Taylor Swift lyrics level of, like, metaphoric stuff. Like, I swear, I remember I saw a tweet where it's like, most people say, oh, I broke his heart. And Taylor Swift says, his heart was glass, I dropped it, as, like, a metaphor. And, like, you know, writing it more, like, poetically or whatever. And this is like, you could just say, oh, because I love you. But he's like, no, because
He said
I
more.
spent so much time with you. I'm happy. I have no regrets. If I have to die by your hands, so be it.
At least I was happy before I died. Like, there's literally no regret I would have. I had what I wanted to have. I would love more time with you, but like, I had such a great experience of love from you that I don't regret the time that I didn't get, because it was fulfilling enough. Holy shit. Holy shit.
They're also both crying at this point. I'm like,
yeah, they're both crying. I fucking love shit like this, where, but this is the kind of shit I love, where like both of them are kind of like, it's either fighting or antagonistic towards each other, and both are crying because you know that both of them don't want to be doing this because they love each other so much. You can see it in their faces. They're saying one thing and you can see their tears saying another, and it's so good.
Punn says, I came here to kill you, but you still trust me and let me stay by your side. You're so stupid for choosing to trust me.
No, I'm not, because I can see all of you.
I know. And then Ramil is the only one who's putting the pressure on the knife to dig in. Punn's not.
He's literally, Punn's not. He's doing it.
He's like jabbing it in, and I'm like losing my shit over here. I'm not paying attention. And it's funny, as watching this, I'm like, I know he's not gonna die because it's only episode 4. But I'm still losing my ever-loving mind over this.
This kills me, because Ramil is the only one putting pressure on the knife because he knows that Punn doesn't want to do it, because he's read his mind. He's seen it. He knows Punn doesn't want to kill him. So he's like, if this is going to bring you peace and be able to let you live your life, I will kill myself. Yes, I will kill myself with you holding the knife if this is what you need to do. Punn doesn't want to do it at all, and he knows he doesn't, so he's helping. He loves him that much. Oh.
So much.
Oh my god.
He tells him, don't hesitate, Punn. Kill me so you can finally be free.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, the knife's still in there.
It's literally, and it's, like, honestly, for half a second, I thought he was about to die. Like, there's 1 second, right, I know it's episode 4, but right at the very last second before he pulled out, it looked like the knife was going, like, deeper, and I was like, oh god, he's about to die.
I did too.
I was like, he's gonna die, please don't do this.
But then Punn pulls the knife out, throws it to the ground, and he's like, enough.
Yeah.
And he collapses to the ground and cries.
Oh, the emotions must have been, the emotions when filming this scene must have been so fucking high. I hope they're okay. Are you guys okay?
This is also so incredibly well acted. Like, I swear to fuck.
It's
like,
so well acted. Like, y'all.
I have seen so many people give, I think, specifically Prem, like, shit for his acting in the first 3 episodes, because,
like, bro.
But I'm like, no, it's just his character is very, like, closed off and, like, very,
his
character's no emotion,
that's
why.
That's why.
But this whole episode, honestly, should have put an end to all of that.
It literally, his character is closed off because he has been training this whole time to not let people see that he's a hunter. So he shows no emotion whatsoever to keep that secret guarded. And now that he's met someone that is allowing him to open his emotions up, you can see them start to just, like, explode out of him, whether that be smiles, giggles, hard eyes, crying, anger as he throws the knife to the ground saying he can't do it. Like, you see all these emotions coming out for the first time because he's finally opening himself up to someone, and because he doesn't want to keep this secret where he kills vampires anymore. It's so well acted. It's so meticulously well acted. Like, guys, if y'all are saying he's a bad actor after this episode, I really hope you rewatch this and really think about your decisions, because like, this is
hope for you if that's the case. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you right now, this is way too good. And if by some miracle Boone or Prem ever listen to this fucking podcast, guys, keep doing shit like this. This is impeccable.
This was
so good. This is so good. Honestly, I've seen a lot of fucking BLs, right? I've seen a lot of BLs. You've seen more than me at this point.
we both have our fair share.
I'm still trying to catch up, but I have seen a fair bit of BLs. This is the best acting I have seen in a BL ever. In all BLs that I have watched, and I've watched a lot, and I've seen ones with great acting, but because of how complex the emotions in this are and how complex the story is, this is so well acted. It's my favorite performance I've seen from a duo in a BL. I'm saying that now, episode 4. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna agree with you. I when you said that, I was like, I'm not sure, but I was thinking back on it. I'm like, actually, you are fully right. I'm like, this whole scene is like top tier. Like, this whole scene is incredible. acting, performance, character-wise, emotion, dialogue, everything about this scene. Like, no notes, 10 out of 10, perfect.
10 out of 10.
Like,
I'm gonna need this scene to go down in BL history along with other, like, top BL scenes. Like fucking, what are the top BL scenes? The Bad Buddy Kiss. Scene. Last Twilight Sunset, Bad Buddy Kiss. I need this to go down in history with the other ones. Like, all those big moments. This is one. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. So y'all are so fucking good if you listen to this.
It's incredible. I can't, like...
Holy crap.
Anyway, we're still not done with those. Let's...
I'm telling you, like, this...
you keep, like, cutting off every, like, 2 sentences.
Just to say it's good.
I know. Punn on the ground crying, saying, I really can't kill you. I can't do this. And Ramil goes down. He takes his hand. And he heals his wounds from the thorns that he got from when he went into the rose bush. And he helps him up and helps him sit on his bed. And he tilts his chin up to look at him. And he says, from now on, let me take care of your heart. Oh. Which is a reference to the earlier scene when he said, Mekan can heal external wounds, but not your internal wounds.
Not your
Let
internal.
me do that as
That's
he's
me.
him.
Yeah.
And now he's doing it now.
That's me. I heal your internal stuff.
But this time it's more real and less jokey and cute. This is like a genuine, like, let me.
This is like, I'm going to make sure you're okay because I love you so much. Like, I'm willing to take care of you more than willing. I'm happy to take care of you because I love you.
And then he kisses him. He pulls away and says, I love you. And almost immediately, he says, I love you too, Ramil. Almost immediately. There was no hesitation. Almost
immediately. No hesitation.
He was, like, ready. He was there. It was like, I clocked that too. I was like, oh wow, that's when you don't hesitate on. That's what you don't hesitate on.
He did not hesitate even a little bit, which means it is true. It was like it was like instinct to come out of him. It was immediate. God, it's so well good.
Yeah, it's so good. And then they have sex.
Yay! Congratulations!
The juxtaposition of 5 minutes earlier having a knife in one's heart and then having sex with that person is beyond.
And he already healed himself because he was putting his hand up there and absolutely nothing was there. So he already healed himself, which is good.
Yeah. And that's it. No end credit scene.
No end credit scene.
Anyway, who's the MVP for this episode? Let's not forget to do that this time.
Yeah, who's the MVP? It was kind of a tough decision.
It was.
But I think I have mine. I think
thinking of the overall episode, I think I know who it is.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Punn. Yeah.
This was like his redemption arc from like last week. We're like, oh my god, he's 100, and this one's like, here's everything you need to know, and now you love him again. Like, you know.
Yep. Never stopped loving him, honestly. Here's everything you need to know and why I'm stopping. And why I'm so fucking done with this whole thing. Like, it's so interesting. Like, I'll go into it more in the tier list. But, like, watching him in this episode and knowing that he was a hunter, but still seeing the difference in emotions he showed towards the hunters, towards himself and his brother and his family, and towards Ramil was so interesting. He had to compartmentalize so many different emotions when talking to each person, and just it was outstanding. It was outstanding. Like, even still in his mind, he knew that he was not going to hurt Ramil, and Ramil saw that, and he was, and I'm so glad he did. I'm so glad he could read minds. Oh my god. And I'm so glad it wasn't like, it didn't feel like a betrayal for him. Because, like, I thought, oh, God, this is not going to be good. Like, if he finds out he's a hunter, like, it's going to break his heart. But he found out, and he said, kill me if you need to. Because I know it's what you need to do. And I'm happy. So, I was like, damn, this is different. This is some different shit. So, Punn, definitely. He had so much going on. And he had to navigate so much. And it was, like, killing him. And watching that performance from Prem is just phenomenal. Honestly, Prem's acting is aiding so much into why he's my MVP as well. I will admit that. It was just so well acted.
It was so good. It was so good.
Phenomenal.
You got your tier list?
Yes, there was no new characters to add. I don't think.
There was not.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to start or do you want me to say?
So there was slight movement now. I got some more movement.
Yeah.
In my D tier, I have a D tier now, was Elise. That whole scene with her in this episode just really pissed me off. And, like, it felt very manipulative. It seemed like she really doesn't care about Punn and his own, like,
she cares about her own.
Or anything else. Yeah, it's just, it felt very selfish, very manipulative, and I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah.
I got no one in C. B tier are the twins. I think they're still there from last time. Nothing new, really good or bad with them, so they're kind of just there. At the bottom of A is Jet. He moved up a bit because of the whole the person I thought was his little brother that actually hit the ghost of him and, like, his past and, like, the trauma. That's what I'm getting at. If this isn't the case, I might change it. But if that's the case, that's so interesting.
That would be interesting.
He is being haunted by his past self, and, like,
and to have that physically represented,
like, that's and plus, he got mad and punched Punn in the face. And after that, he was the one who said, "Go and be with your brother. Just leave and go." And let him
he allowed himself to be pissed, but he didn't, like, keep him there.
Yeah, which I actually kind of rate him for that, because I'm kind of like, that's actually a pretty, like, he wouldn't, like, at least chase after him, begging him to stay and, like, you know, crying and probably trying to manipulate him or anything, but it was interesting. So he's at the bottom of A. Kiar is top of A still. Nothing really new with him, but just, I mean, nothing really changed with him. He's still there. Like, he's still doing his thing. He's nothing really new. S tier is slightly different. At the bottom now is Meccan. Nothing really negative towards him, but just he got moved because I put Pong above him.
Okay.
I liked his conversation with Meccan, and that's why he's actually this high. And the fact that he actually did go do it with Punn and actually took his advice and went to go talk to him, like, calmly, rationally, doing all that stuff. And then, of course, he did, like, freak out at the end, but also, like, makes sense. He's however old he is. Like, he's still young, he's still not fully aware, and all that stuff. So he actually went up a bit. So I think with an A tier before, so he went up a bit. Methus is there, he's still fine. And then Punn is still number 2. It was very close, but I did keep Rimmel at the top for the sole purpose of the fact that he was literally the one pushing the knife. And he was willing to kill him. That was the reason why he's still up here, is because he was willing to die for him. And otherwise, I think I would have put Punn above him. But I that one moment, I was like, I hate this because I'm freaking out. I don't want you to die. But it's so powerful and so impactful, and makes you such a good character.
Fuck, this is so hard. You're making me want to change shit.
Oh,
I've already changed 2 things while you've been talking.
Whoops, my bad.
You're killing me.
Anyway, your turn.
Oh, okay.
If you want to change, go ahead and change. I don't know. Do you?
Okay, I changed some things while we were talking. I changed some things in the middle of the podcast while we were talking. So things have been changed. But in D tier, I have one person, and it's Elise. Because once you kind of spelled out what was going on, I was like, actually, you're right. That was really guilt trippy. That was really manipulative. I did not like that. That left a bad taste in my mouth when you said that. I was like, ew. Like, girl, like, you're the one who, like, she is, like, standing there and being like, I know you want this to be done so you can go live with your brother, and if she cared about the fact that he wanted to do that, then why was she the sole reason that he had to come back by convincing Jet? Like, that's kind of dickish. If you actually cared about him, you wouldn't really do that, so whatever. C, at the bottom of C is Jet, because he moved up 1, actually, while we were talking, while you were telling me about your tier list, because you make a point. Like, honestly, he could very well be traumatized, and if that is the ghost of his past and it's haunting him and we get to see a physical representation of that, that's pretty fucking cool. And in the end, he did say go after he after he let go of his anger. He was like, okay, fine, fucking go. Like, he's not the reason he wanted to come back anyway. It was Elise. So he's like, whatever. Above him are the twins, specifically. I forgot their names, so I'll remember them next time.
Is there really a reason why one's higher than the other much?
Yeah, the knife or gun crazy one is at the underneath the or below the computer whiz, or the smart guy in the chair guy. Because I just like guys in the chairs. I like the hackers. I like the people who create stuff. That's just my vibe. So he's above me for that reason. So that's my C tier. They moved down from B. I had, or at least the hacker guy moved down from B, because I feel like he was more interesting last episode. In this episode, he was just kind of there, and they were both like, "Hey, let's kill the vampires," and there was really no differentiating about how much they each wanted to kill the vampires. And I'm like, I'm just gonna put him down to C again. And above him, one person, B, is Kiar.
B or A?
B.
Oh,
he's in B. He hasn't left B. He's stayed in B this entire fucking time.
He's always been in B.
He's always been in B. I haven't moved him up, I haven't moved him down, because he's still kind of a wild card to me. Yes, the reason he's doing all of this is because he's petty and jealous, but also, like, it's kind of helpful to be like, hey, you're in danger. You should know that. And I need you to see that, because you're not seeing it, so let me spell it out for you. So, but also the reason he's doing it is because he's a little petty bitch. So, like, I'm trying to, like, I don't know whether to put him up or down yet. Right. I need to see more from him, and especially need to see if it's, like, obvious and he's the one who did the orphanage thing. Then he's going far fucking down. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. His character is still building in my eyes and is brewing, still cooking. So, yeah, he's in the middle. A, Pop Pong stayed in A. I do really like the fact that he did take Mechan's advice and talk to Punn honestly, and the fact that Punn didn't share with him is not on his. It's not Pop Pong's fault that he got frustrated at that, because you would. It's just that he doesn't know that it's because they're vampires, and he wouldn't believe him if he heard it. No idea. But still, the fact that I know it's because he's young, but still the fact that he immediately got defensive and stormed off. I'm just like, please stop storming off. Can we just still stay standing here? And I know it's because he got frustrated and because he wasn't going to say anything, but still. He's staying there. I still feel him cooking too, but he is
for sure.
A bit higher up. So I would like to see more from him, and I know we will. Above him, though, is someone who's moved down, and that's Methis. Methis moved down. I feel like it's because I feel like we got more from Methis in episode 2, we learned a lot about Methis. Episode 1 and 2. I feel 1 and 2 we were learning a bit more about Methis and who he is and his personality and his devotion and loyalty to Ramil. But post that, I feel like, especially in this episode, we didn't get much. We did get a little bit of him being like, I really don't want to tell him that Punn is a hunter. But that's about it. And then he didn't tell him. And I'm like, if I had a friend and they knew something that they thought that I didn't know. He did tell him. But like later. Like the first moment he didn't tell him. And I get that he did eventually tell him, but that made me go like, he could know that he read minds and he already knew. But he was hiding the picture behind his back like he thought maybe he didn't. Like, I don't know. Like, just the fact that, like, it wasn't that he was not telling. It wasn't that he wasn't telling him. It was just the fact that there wasn't anything good or bad about him this episode, and I feel like that was a negative for him because we were getting interesting shit.
Okay, I do want to add something about Methis, though.
Okay.
I think he told Ramil once he found out the reason why Punn was a hunter.
He was doing more investigating.
Yeah, so he could justify it. He could be like, look, Punn's a hunter, but here's why. Almost to, like, make it not okay, per se, but also give Punn a reason as to, like, so he wouldn't just, like, really, he wouldn't be like Kiar and just be like, oh, he's a hunter, let's kill him. Where it was more so him looking for evidence and being like, this is the motive and this is why he's doing it. And so it's like a justification for Ramil to know too, and showing him that as well as to what led to this. So I thought that was actually pretty cool, which I did forget to mention about Methis.
That's fair, because I feel like he was going to tell him, and actually now that you say that, the reason he definitely didn't was because Ramil said don't be another Kiar. And it was not the fact that it wasn't don't be another Kiar accusing Punn. It was don't be another Kiar accusing Punn without not proof, but like reason. Like, right. And he thought, okay, you know what Kiar wouldn't do? Find a reason why. And he went looking for it, and he presented everything to Ramil so that the whole story was there, so that he wouldn't judge him without knowing what the hell was going on. Because he probably, knowing Punn for the last few episodes, Methis was probably like, this doesn't make much. It makes some sense. It makes sense, but why? But he seems really nice, and he really does seem like he loves Ramil.
Yeah,
so,
why would he do? Yeah, so he looked for a reason, and then when he found a reason, he's like, "This makes sense."
Yeah,
so I'll show this to you too.
Fair. He's going back up. I had to you had to read into that a bit. I actually really liked that. Okay, yeah, he's going up. He's going back to S. He's an S. So this is my S tier now.
Oh, so with no one an A?
Oh no.
Just a Popong. Okay.
Yeah, Popong's an A. I still need to hear more from him. So in S, Methus is at the bottom. I was debating putting him above Mekin, who's next, but I wasn't sure. So I put him at the bottom for now. Because I do want to see more from him, and I'm still wondering, is he the guy that did the orphanage? Mm-hmm. So above him is Mekin. I moved him up from he was an A last episode, and I don't know, this episode I felt like he was giving such like good advice, and he seemed like such a well-rounded person after everything finding out that everything that he went through, like the fact that he killed his own family and didn't even know he was doing it because he was so like driven by instinct, and then having to like come back from that and being where he is now to being such a well-rounded person that gives good advice makes him such an interesting character to me, and I really rate what a good dude he is at the moment. I don't know if that remains to be seen for the next like few episodes. I don't know what will happen in the future, but right now I see him as a very good dude who just gives solid advice. He seems awesome, and I actually really liked the way he was presented in this episode, so I moved him up. He is now an S. Here's the thing, I did have Punn first, and then you talked me into Revamp.
Yeah, I noticed as I was talking to you, you were making faces and like looking at your screen. I was like, I may have swayed you, so I'm not sure, but
you swayed me. So Punn is my second. It was mainly because he was my MVP this week that I wanted to put him first, because I was like, he's such a complex character. It was his episode. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's just so much going on with him, and he has so many complex layered emotions. And it's so interesting to see him navigate it and trying to come out from that. But also the fact that Ramil read his mind, knew that he could trust him through that, and fully went, go ahead and kill me. Like, I'm happy, and you need peace, is a hell of a fucking sacrifice. And even he said it's not a sacrifice, it's not a regret, it's not a bad thing, because I'm happy. So like, it's the second you started talking about like that scene again, I just like, that scene kills me. So like, I literally had to put Ramil back in number 1, but Punn, especially because of Prem's acting this episode,
right, just
a phenomenal character, just a phenomenal, interesting, complex human, and I can't wait to learn more about him. Like, we've learned so much about him in this episode, but it makes me want to know even more. Like you've been through some shit. Like, how are you feeling about all of it? Like, what happened that night? And I want to see what happens with his brother and him. Like, I want to know everything. He's such an interesting character to me now. Like, he was down in A, and like literally the second like that scene started, I want to say like 10 seconds into that fucking scene, I was like, he's back in S.
Yeah. No, I was watching this episode, and I knew for sure you're gonna move him back up to us.
He's back. Sure. Yeah, he's 100% back.
This was his redemption, quote unquote, episode. This was like his backstory and him being like, I don't want to be Hunter anymore. I want to be with you.
This episode was to like. This episode was to explain to us, like, because we got the shock of, oh, he's a Hunter in the last episode, and we all were like, have I just been betrayed? And this episode was to go to the audience and go, no, you haven't. Here's why. Like, here's the whole story. Take a deep breath. Like, it was them speaking to us and going, it's okay, because we already know that Ramil knew, so it wasn't even necessarily all about him redeeming himself to Ramil, because he was already redeemed. The second he met him, he was redeemed, because he knew, he read his mind. So it was to help us redeem him and bring him back, and it was done so fucking well. So like, it made sense for every character in the show, but still was written to help us understand him more. Like, sometimes shows or episodes that are written for like the audience to understand a character more, sometimes it's focused so much on that it kind of leaves the other characters to the side, and it doesn't make sense for like why they redeem him or why they forgive him, or it feels too fast that they've forgiven him or whatever. But it made sense for every character in this episode. the way that he was forgiven by Ramil and maybe even Methis and how every other character reacted. So it's just really, really good writing. It's a masterclass in how to write an episode, and it's really fucking good. Damn.
Anyway, that was our recap of Revamp The Undead Story, episode 4.
The best episode so far.
Yes.
Which is crazy because they keep getting better. I don't know where things are
gonna go from here, I will be honest. I have no idea.
I don't either. I literally, I think I turned off my reaction and going like, oh my god, I can't wait to see what happens after this. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, because we got this reveal and the forgiveness. What's gonna happen now?
I did have a thought, like maybe a theory.
Okay.
Are we gonna get the bed dream thing next episode now that they've actually had sex? And he's gonna be like, is this a dream because he's been having dreams about that?
They're probably okay. This is definitely gonna happen.
But I don't know because I don't think they have the white curtains there.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen next episode. I don't know when it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I
do think it will happen.
I think it will happen because of what you just said of him saying like, is this a dream? That would be interesting. I feel like that is totally something that could be written into this, where they're doing it and him going, is this a dream? Because he's had this dream so many times, he's now not sure if it is or not. So I could see him doing that. So I feel like it could very well be in the scene or in the show. But I think in terms of like, if it was a dream before, I feel like it was Ramil reading his mind or calling out to him and being like, come get me.
Yeah.
And I'm not dangerous. I promise.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we'll get something like that, but no idea.
No idea, but I'm very, very excited to see what happens. Because we know shit. We know all the shit now, so what the fuck is gonna happen?
We don't know all the shit.
We know most of the shit. The big shit of Punn being a fucking vampire hunter. We know that shit. So, like, what's happening now? Where do we go from here? Are we just gonna worry
about the others? Because odds are they're not gonna just give up.
We have to know who attacked the orphanage that night. And honestly, I think Elise is gonna be fucking pissed when she finds out he's in love with a vampire.
Why? Do you think she was in love with Punn?
No. I think he's in love with a vampire of this line. She's gonna be fucking pissed at that. She's gonna be like, we need to kill this line, and she's gonna find out the reason he dipped wasn't just because of Pokpong. It's gonna be because he fell in love with the fucking vampire that he was supposed to kill.
She's gonna be mad, definitely.
She's gonna be hella mad. I bet Jet's gonna be mad too, but I feel like because of the way we saw Elise in this episode, those tears are gonna turn into fucking like, she's gonna fucking kill him, bro. Like, she's gonna be angry.
We'll see. I don't know. Who fucking knows at this point?
Who knows at this point?
Yeah. Anyway, join us next week for Revamp The Undead Story.
Yes.
Episode 5, our halfway point.
Yay.